Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to our Monday morning wake-up call. This is Patty Carson from Kansas. So excited to have you here and have our speaker this morning, Miss Cindy Wright. She was actually the brainchild that started this call over 10 years ago, and so she is going to take it away and give you a great message. She's a leader I listen to all the time and love learning from her. So, Cindy, you there?
I am here. Thank you so much, Patty, and welcome to the wake-up call, and happy Monday. Mondays are hard for people, I think, especially if you got to go to a job. And so I think that getting your day started, especially on Monday with this call, is a great, great idea. And it just goes very well with the chapter this morning. We're in the book Little Things Matter by Todd Smith, and we're on chapter 7, and it's called Strengthen Your Personal Initiative. So you guys are all strengthening your personal initiative this morning by dialing in to the wake-up call. He says your personal initiative is the spark that initiates your productive actions. Without personal initiative, you cannot be successful. He says Napoleon Hill talked about personal initiative at length in his 9th principle of success. He said success is something you must achieve without someone telling you what to do or why you should do it. Success comes to those who are proactive. Instead of drifting through life doing only what is required, successful people do the extra things that give direction to their goals and bring more meaning to their lives. No one told Fred Smith to start FedEx. He started it using his own personal initiative. No one told Sergey Brin and Larry Page why they should start Google. They did it using their own personal initiative. No one pushed me every day to do the things that were required of me to achieve my goals. It was the consistent use of my own personal initiative that allowed me to achieve them. No matter what your goal is, becoming a remarkable parent, one of your company's most valued employees, an outstanding athlete, a top producing salesperson, the owner of your own business, if you're going to be successful, you must use your personal initiative to do the little things required of you to succeed. It won't happen any other way. Personal initiative is more than a fundamental requirement to achieving your goals. It's about taking time to do the little things that make your life and the lives of others, both at work and at home, more enjoyable. It's doing the simple things like picking up your dirty clothes, washing the windows, emptying the overflowing trash can. It's taking 3 minutes to clean the coffee mugs in the sink at the office. It's taking time to express your genuine gratitude to someone who did something for you. It's offering help to a friend in need. In a sense, your personal initiative is noticing and being aware of the things that need to be done without being asked. I firmly believe that the only way you will have personal initiative to do big things is to strengthen it by first doing the little things. Every big success is made up of a great number of little successes, each requiring personal initiative. Many are so insignificant that you will be the only person that notices. But in the end, isn't that what matters? After all, it is you who has the deep yearning in your heart to achieve a goal. You're the one responsible for taking action and making decisions, and you're the one who can change course if required. He said that use of personal initiative has more benefits than meet the eye. Number one, become respected. People who use their personal initiative are well regarded and have greater influence. They build self-esteem. No other method for building self-esteem is more effective than using your personal initiative to do the little things you know you should do and advance your career. People who consistently use their personal initiative to advance their careers are those who are at the top of their pay scale in their profession. You know, I actually Googled personal initiative this morning, and because I wanted to see what I could find on it. I found something that said Personal initiative is the power that starts all action. It is also the power that inspires the completion of that which one begins. It is the self-starting quality which inspires people, inspires action, and focuses upon the achievement of your definite major purpose. This says no one is free until he learns to do his own thinking and gains the courage to act on his own personal initiative. He said it's known as the twin brother of going the extra mile. And I love this is, I can't even tell you how many times I've heard this, but it's so true. This says you don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started to be great. You can have the most fabulous ideas, great plans, and the intent may never be in doubt, but all that is worth nothing if you don't get started. We often hesitate to get started, waiting for everything to be in place. But remember that everything seldom falls into place. And Todd Smith says that his challenge is this is your opportunity to step up your game and distinguish yourself from the growing number of apathetic people. This is your chance to use your unique talents and skills to achieve the things that are important to you. Don't let the lethargic environment around you keep you from stretching yourself to be your very best. Start by doing the things that require personal initiative. As you build your confidence in doing these little things, stretch yourself to do the bigger things. Continue this process and allow each success to build upon the prior one. And I think that anybody, especially if you're self-employed, like we are, a lot of people on this call, it's really required when you're self-employed, because when you have a job and you have a boss, you don't really have a choice but to do the things. And the personal initiative in that situation is doing it better than somebody else, or going that extra step to do the best you can do at your job rather than just doing what it takes just to get by, to get your paycheck. When you're self-employed, it means stepping out there and doing things that are uncomfortable. It means going that extra step when you know it's going to help you achieve your goals, because if you're self-employed, you don't have a boss. You don't have someone saying, you got to be at work at this time, you got to be, here, you got to do this, or you're not going to get a paycheck, or you're going to get fired. It's probably easier to have personal initiative, in that situation. But when you're self-employed, and you got to get your own butt up every morning and get yourself, prepared to do the work that it's going to take to be successful and to make money and provide for your family, it takes a lot of personal initiative. So, Patty, I'm going to give it to you for your feedback.
Well, this is a great message, and it just hit me in a lot of different ways, because it does. When you're self-employed, you do have to be able to, get up. And one of the things I've always done is I get up first thing in the morning, and I go to YouTube, and I look what I need for that day to help me be motivated, just to get me ready for the day. A 10-minute, 15-minute video will just get me going. But there was one a few years ago, and it really hit me. Some of you may have heard it, but it was a commencement address speech by Admiral McRaven, and he even wrote a book, and it's called Make Your Bed. And it says on it says the little things that can change your life and maybe the world. And this one, it just kept showing up. He gave this as a commencement address at the University of Texas in Austin, but he talked about the importance of getting up and making your bed, and how it's just the little thing in the morning to make your bed. And it just, I thought about it a lot, because, you sometimes when you're self-employed or when you're in business, you can't control everything around you, but it starts at home. And this was a big one for us, because my husband was a railroad engineer, worked all kinds of hours, and our bedroom was upstairs. And so he was always the last one downstairs. We live on a farm. I have my business, and I didn't go upstairs a lot. And we'd go upstairs, and he never made the bed. And I would just be irritated. We had all these fights because he would, like, curl up in the blankets, have them all turned up. And then at night he might go to bed early, and they'd still be a mess. And we'd have, I mean, it was several years. And then I watched this address, and I thought, you know what? Instead of arguing with him all the time, I'm just going to go up. It took literally 3 to 5 minutes for me to go make the bed. And guess what? After doing that, you know, probably a month or so, guess what? He started making the bed. But it just made a difference. And, you know, the little things do matter, you know, and if you can get one thing done, you know, if you have a bad day at work, at least you come home and you look at that bed and it's made. And you're like, I started my day out right. And you can just add little things, and it just helps, you know, to get in focus. Just being on this call is a big thing for you know, you guys that make the dedication and, you know, to be able to help you with your day. So that's what I have, Cindy. I'll pass it back to you. You have any final thoughts?
You know, the making of the bed is, I think, where you can start this personal initiative, like every single morning. Okay, I'm going to make my bed, even if it means that you got to get up 3 minutes earlier so that you can make your bed. I feel like I am totally out of order for my day if my bed is not made. I have to make my bed. It is just if I walk in my bedroom, you know, by 10 o'clock in the morning and my bed is not made, I might as well just get back in it, because I feel like my whole life is out of order if my bed isn't made. And that maybe sound crazy, but Kirby doesn't necessarily feel that way. He's kind of like, hey, we're going to get back in it tonight. Who cares? Nobody's going to see it. I'm like, I don't care if nobody sees it. I see it, and it means that I'm organized, and it's like I'm good for the day if my bed's made. Now he's like, you know, let's make the bed, because it is easier to make it with two people. He doesn't understand why we have all these pillows on the bed when we're just going to throw them down that night, you know, all that. But he's gotten used to it. He knows it's important to me, and he knows that it's like just makes everything right. And so maybe that's not your thing. Maybe it's dirty dishes in the sink that need to be put in the dishwasher. It's just those little things that instead of looking at them and going, gosh, I don't want to clean that, just clean it, you know, just get them away, put them up. Just do the little things that are going to make you feel better about yourself, because I think when you have an organized house, like cleaning out your car, you know, I mean, I can't stand for my car to be messy. It drives me crazy. And living out here in the country now with dirt everywhere and all this, I've had to get used to my car, especially when we were building this house. There was mud everywhere. I'd get in my car and there would be mud in my car. Thank goodness I have those plastic mats so you can just wash off. But it would drive me nuts. I had to get used to it because I was going to drive myself nuts if I was at the car wash every single day trying to get this mud out of my car. But now that I don't have that, it's like, okay, my car can be clean again. I just love it. My kids do not have that. I did not instill that. Every time I go visit them, I clean their car out because I can't stand to get in their car when it's a mess. So I start cleaning it out because I know they don't care. It's not part of their personal initiative, but it is mine. So anyway, it's those little things that matter so much, and that's why this book is so good. Little Things Matter, because the little things do matter, and they, I think, just make you feel good about yourself and make you want to achieve more in your life. And his final thing he says in this chapter is, now is the time to put your life in gear and go conquer your dreams. So with that, Patty, I'll give it to you to close out.
Well, I think that's perfect. I mean, it's just the little things, and it does make you feel better when you start accomplishing. And when you get one down, you can add something to it, and it doesn't feel so overwhelming. So great word today, Cindy. I'm going to open up the line so people can say goodbye.
God bless you all. Have a great day.
All right. Y'all
great.
Thank you, ladies.
Good job, Patty and Cindy. Have a great
Thank
day.
you. Great call. I'm
Thank
going to make my
everybody.
bed. Y'all have a great week. Thank you.
Wonderful way to start the day. Thank you so much.
Welcome.